guys, Eataway here, and welcome back to another FIFA 17 Ultimate Team video. Today, I'm going to show you guys the best players that you can invest in right now to make an absolute ton of profit in the future. I've got investments from this week's Team of the Week, as well as a few new special cards that have been added into Ultimate Team, and you guys should be able to make a really nice amount of profit on them. These investments vary from around about 10,000 coins for the cheapest, all the way up to around about 80,000 coins. So they cover pretty much everyone's budget, and if you are on a lower budget and you would like to see maybe some gold card investments that you can get for about 1,000 or 2,000 coins in the future episodes of this series, be sure to leave a comment down below in the comment section letting me know, and if you do want to see that, I'll be able to do that in future episodes. So moving down onto the bench, we're going to start off with 86 rated informed Steven Nzonzi. He's currently going for around 80 to 85,000 coins. And the reason that his price has gone up a bit recently, because if you did see his price yesterday, it was about 70,000 coins. The reason his price has suddenly gone up is because Bateson and a few other YouTubers have released the leaked winter upgrades, because these cards have been upgraded in head-to-head, and that means they are going to get upgrades on Ultimate Team. The question is whether his inform is really going to get upgraded to 87 or 88, or whether it's just going to stay as an 86. That's something that no one really knows, and it's all just speculation really. And what I would recommend doing is not picking him up right now. You want to keep an eye on his price, because I reckon it's going to be fluctuating a lot with a lot of the videos coming out at the moment. The main reason I've included him in this video right here is because if you guys have an Nzonzi in your club, even if you see his price rising right now and you want to sell him, don't. Keep an eye on his price, keep him in your club, and his price should rise up in the next couple of days and potentially the next week or so, as a lot of people are going to think he's going to get a winter upgrade and will think that this card will be upgraded to maybe an 88 or 87 rated card, and will go and pick it up as an investment, thinking they can make some profit on them. And you don't want to go and pick them up if his price keeps rising. I just keep an eye on him. If he does drop to maybe 75k or so, I'd pick one up. And also, if you have one in your club, make sure you sell him on. The reason I've got him in this video right here, though, is because he's a player whose price is going to rise up in the future, but it's quite a risky one to pick up now. But if you do have him in your club, he's a good one to keep hold of right now. Keep an eye on his price. You can make some good profit maybe in the future. All the next investments, though, are cards that I've picked up and that I definitely recommend picking up right now. Nzonzi, he's only really there if you've got him in your club or if he drops to about 75k or below. So first up, we've got Montoya. Now, he's probably the best right back you can get, other than some of the Squad Builder Challenge cards, which I believe were DeMarcos and Juanfran. He's probably the best right back in the Liga Santander. Look at those stats, over 80 in every single stat other than shooting. He's got really good pace, good physical, good dribbling, good defending, good passing. All round, very, very good card, and a very, very good right back, especially in this league right here. We don't have many really good right backs. I mean, you've got people like Carvajal who are decent, but Carvajal's not the quickest. You've got people like DeMarcos, but he kind of lacks a bit in the defending and physical areas. So having someone like Montoya, who's just really well-rounded, really good at defending, really quick as well, he's a player who I think is definitely a great investment, because as I said, other than Juanfran and DeMarcos, who are both Squad Builder Challenge cards, which obviously you can't get anymore, he's the best right back in that league, and I think his price is definitely going to rise up in the future. Could be a player used in Foot Champions, and currently he's going for about 28k. If you can get him for under 30,000 coins, at least on Xbox, maybe on PlayStation his price will be different, but if you can get him pretty cheaply, he's definitely a good one to get, as I think his price will rise as he is the best right back in the Liga Santander. Next up, we've got Kalinic. Now, right now, he is an 85 rated player who's going for 17,000 coins. He was actually about 15k a couple of days ago. His price has risen slightly, but if you guys can get him for a similar price to me, I think he's a really good investment. Now, the reasons behind this, there are quite a few reasons. Firstly, he's an 85 rated inform, really, really good for Squad Builder Challenges. If you do need informs and maybe an 84, 85 rating, he is very, very good for that. Also, he plays for a decent team in a really good league. He plays in the Serie A for Fiorentina. He gets strong links to players like Perisic, Brozovic, and also good players who play throughout the league, which is very, very good. And also, he's got a great guard. You could play him as a centre forward, as a striker, even as an attacking midfielder. He's got 84 physical, 87 shooting, 81 dribbling, and potentially could get a winter upgrade as well, and that could drive his price up even more. So I definitely recommend picking him up. Always a good investment right there. He's a high rated inform and he's pretty cheap. We have then got Sergio Asenjo, very similar to the previous investment. He's a high rated inform who's pretty cheap, 84 rated, 14,000 coins. He was actually about 12, maybe even 11,000 coins a few days ago. Again, his price has risen slightly, but he's definitely a really good one to pick up. Really good stats, and he's one of the very few inform goalkeepers right now in the Liga Santander. I believe you've got Khomeini and Diego Lopez as the only two other options, and he's the best out of all of them. And being the best informed goalkeeper in a league is definitely very, very good. If anyone goes and builds maybe a full informed team, or just wants an informed keeper for maybe their Foot Champions team, he's definitely a good one to get. And also, he's Spanish and a high rated inform, so maybe if someone like David Silva, Diego Costa, Cazorla, any of the Spanish players in the Premier League do well, it could increase his price as people may go and invest him in for Player of the Month. And yeah, you can get him quite cheaply right now. Definitely a good investment in my opinion. We have then got Marcano. Now, right now, he is probably the best centre-back you can get in the Liga NOS in Portugal, and he's very, very cheap. I got him for 10,000 coins, which is so cheap. For an 83 rated inform, remember, 83, 84, 85s, all of them are really useful squad challenges, and that increases their price. If you can get them cheaply, you're always going to be able to make good profit in the future. And he's a discard price inform. I mean, you can't go wrong. If you get any inform for like 10k, no matter who they are, no matter how bad they are, it's no risk. Their price can't drop below their discard price because no one's going to be listing up an inform for like 8,000 coins. They go only for 10,000 coins as a minimum. So if you can get them for that, it's all good because you're not going to lose out on anything, and there's the chance you can make good profit on them. And this guy right here, I would definitely recommend picking up. He's Spanish, plays in the Liga NOS, so good for hybrids, gets a hyperlink to Casillas. Again, always good for hybrids, and he's the best centre-back now in the Liga NOS, and definitely a good investment in my opinion, and you're getting him for like 10, 11,000 coins. It really is no risk, and it's a very, very good and very safe investment there to make as well. Next up, we've got Hakim Ziyech from Ajax in the Eredivisie, and I think he's a great investment because he's now the best midfielder and probably the best or in the top kind of 2 or 3 players in the Eredivisie on FIFA. He's got a really, really good card, and he's 83 rated again, so it can be useful for squad challenges. And you're going to be able to get him for between about 10 and 11,000 coins. And again, he's a no-risk investment, so if you can get him really cheaply right now, his price could rise up in the future as he is one of the best players in that league. So anyone wanting to build maybe an Eredivisie team, say a player who plays in the Eredivisie, for example, let's go with Dolberg, the striker from Ajax. Let's say he has a couple of really good games, maybe gets upgraded to gold, then gets a few gold informs. You're going to want to use Ziyech to get a link to him, and there aren't many good players in those leagues, so say maybe someone gets a team of the season card from that league as well, and it is really good. Someone like Ziyech is going to be really useful to get strong links to them, and with him being one of the best players in that league, definitely can increase his price in the future, and with him being, again, a discard price inform, you're not really going to make any losses on him. I mean, if you can get any informs for under about 12k, you're always going to be making profit in the future, no matter who the inform really is, just because informs naturally rise with price as they're no longer in packs, and they become rarer on the market. We've then got this guy right here. Again, he's a discard price inform, and this is Luri Miedieros. And I mean, since you're getting a card for like 10, 11,000 coins, you're going to be able to make profit in the future. And he's actually got a decent card: 4-star skill moves, 84 pace, 86 dribbling, 80 passing, and also 83 rated. So can fit into squad challenge formulas. And he's a player I would definitely recommend picking up, just because you're getting him so cheaply, and you really can make some decent profit on him, as he is a really good card, probably the best right winger now in the Liga NOS as well, and a decent Portuguese right winger too. So I would recommend picking him up, and since he is a no risk investment, as you're getting him for like 10 or 11,000 coins, it's just a very, very easy and safe investment to make. Now, moving on to some cards that aren't informs, we're going to start off with Faha. Now, he is right now 12,000 coins on the market, and we also do have Seri Dai, and he's 11.5k. And both these cards here, they are obviously the brand new international man of the match cards from the African Cup of Nations. Now, if EA ever include a squad challenge that needs an international or man of the match card, either one of them, an international man of the match or just a normal man of the match, these cards here are really useful for that, and they're so cheap. And also, they're only in packs for just, I think they're in packs for 24 hours each of these. So they haven't been packed that often. These cards are quite rare. I mean, informs, they're in packs for 7 days. These cards here, they're only in packs for 24 hours, and that gives them not too many kind of opportunities to be packed. I mean, they will get packed, but there wasn't really a really good team. The week coming out, there were a few decent players. There was Nangolan, Harry Kane, Lacazette. Other than that, though, not too many really good players, and they weren't got in the weekend league packs either. So these cards here, they weren't packed that often, and if you can get them right now really cheaply, I mean, Seri Dai, he gets a hyperlink to Dumbia, and although he doesn't play in an amazing league, with that hyperlink to Dumbia, you then just need one weak link from him to get him on full chemistry in a lot of formations, like the 4-1-2-1-2 second variation. I mean, you could use Yaya Toure, Aurier, someone like that, and you'd be on full chemistry, and get a link to Dumbia as well. And I think that is going to increase his price, but also he could be needed in squad challenges, and he's just a rare card. Same with Faha right here. They're both rare cards because they've only been in packs for 24 hours, and he's actually got a decent card playing for Deportivo there in the Liga Santander. He's probably their best player, I think, on FIFA, and that again is going to increase their price. Say one of their strikers gets a good inform card, and the only player you can really link to them is going to be this guy here. That's going to increase his price, and he's got a pretty good card as well, and also he does play for Morocco. He's going to be one of the best Moroccan players, so maybe if a Moroccan player gets a really good team of the season or inform card, you're going to be able to use this guy to get a good link to him. And yeah, he's got a decent card as well. 4-star skills, 86 passing, 83 dribbling as well. not too bad there. Also, right now is a good time to get some really cheap Movember cards. I've got Ryan right here, who I got for 11,000 coins, and Dahoud, who I got for 12.5, but he's currently going for about 11 as well. They're just good investments because EA are very likely to drop some squad challenges in the future that do need these cards right here, the Movember cards. They're not only going to be needed once during Footmas, they'll also be needed, I think, in the future. So if you can get them right now for like 10 to 11,000 coins, it's just a good time to pick them up, as right now they're really cheap and they're likely to rise up in the future. Same with the scare cards right here. I've gone with Schneider. He's currently the cheapest on the market, and also 84 rated. You can get him for about 18k right now on Xbox. His price has dropped down even more. His Zayek's card is also pretty cheap, and they're needed for squad challenges. These guys, they've been needed in the past, they'll probably be needed again in the future, and their prices will rise up as they do get hyped up. Also, a lot of these cards were used during Footmas in squad challenges, so they're quite rare on the market. You've normally got about 5 pages of each of these cards, and often with informs you've got like 10, 15, often like 25, maybe even 30 cards, or pages of cards rather, on the market. Whereas with these cards here, they're quite rare, as a lot of them have been used up, and that means that they're rarer on the market and their prices will rise up. You don't have to go with Schneider. There are other cheap options you can go with, but he's definitely a good one to pick up in my opinion. As well as Schneider, and as well as these Movember cards, all these cards down here, you're getting these mainly for squad challenges, and also because they're quite rare cards. Also, you do have the team of the group stage cards. Congolo is a good option. If I go over to these special cards, not on the transfer market, if I go over to my club and show you guys right here, this is where I will also show you some of the players that I picked up previously from last week's investments, and I'll show you what their prices are currently going for. But if we head over here, I've got a load of loan informs. So we've got lots of players here I've picked up in my previous kind of investing videos. Cards like this I'll be selling on pretty soon, but as you see, I do still have them. Iago Aspas, we got him in the last episode, 16k. He's currently going for 28,000 coins. He's gone up by over 10,000 coins. I'd recommend keeping a hold of him, but you want to sell him before the winter upgrades come out, as he's likely to get a winter upgrade, and that's going to hype his price up, but then his price will drop once he gets upgraded. That always happens, as that's when everyone sells their cards. So maybe sell him in about a week or so. I think they first come out on the 3rd of February, so you want to keep an eye on the price of him, and if he goes over about 30, maybe 32,000 coins, I'd recommend selling one. Do have an inform Schneider from a couple of previous videos. Balotelli's a good investment I picked up a while ago, 40k, and now he's been hyped up for the winter upgrades. He's likely to sell for about 50k. We also do have a couple of informs from last week. Ben Yedder's gone up now from about the 39k I picked him up for. I told you guys to get him for 30k. I then forgot to get him for 30k when the lightning rounds are out, and now he's going for about 45 to 50,000 coins. Congolo here, he's the one I was talking about. Very cheap team in the group stage card. 11,750 coins I paid for him. And if you can get any of these kind of quite rare cards, so not informed, so if you can get man of the match cards, international man of the match cards, if you can get team of the group stage cards, Movember cards, all of them, they're really good investments you can make if you get the really cheap ones, because if you do need them for squad challenge requirement, they're always good for that. And then we do have loads of the kind of cheaper discard price informs that I picked up from previous team of the weeks for my investments. Also went out and picked up a John Stones, as he only cost me 25k, and he's starting to play more for City. He kind of started off playing quite a lot in the season, then he got benched for a bit when he was on bad form, and now he's coming back, and he did score a goal against West Ham as well. That brought his price up a lot. And if you do pick up players like this who are really cheap, he's currently 25k. If you get one to watch guys that are playing, there's always a chance that if they score a goal in the game or play really well, it increases their price. Even if they don't get an inform, their price increases, so people think they'll get an inform, and you can sell your cards on for good profit then. So Stones is a good one that I picked up just because he dropped to a very cheap price. Also, again, if you can get one to watch guys, I was talking about the Movember cards, all those ones, they're always good. Alisson's currently the cheapest at 12,000 coins, that's what I paid for him. And also cards like Icardi, I'm keeping hold of these cards there as really, really good players to invest in. I know I've got them as untradables, but if you guys have their tradable cards, they're really good investments because he's likely to get a winter upgrade. And if you guys have an Icardi in your club as an untradable, for example, I have Icardi right here as an 87 rated player, he's going to get upgraded to an 84, I do believe, and that could push this card up to maybe an 89 or 88 rated player. So if you do have cards like that, remember to keep them in your club. Same with Ericsson, he could potentially get an upgrade. But yeah, there you go guys, those are the investments I'd recommend getting. Any of the cheap kind of cards that aren't informs really, so the one to watch cards, the scare cards, the Movember cards, the man of the match cards, they're two really good investments, those two there. And also all of these informs there, we've got the low risk, very cheap ones, these three right here, Mediero, Zayek and Marcano. Asenjo, Kalinic, they're kind of the mid-range ones, about 15 to 20k for them, and they're good, quite high rated informs. Montoya is a really good one, as he's the best right back in the Liga Santander. And Nzonzi is a good one if you have him in your club. Keep an eye on his price and make sure you do sell him on before the winter upgrades come out, as his price is likely to rise. Don't sell him now, as his price is very likely to keep on rising in the future. So if you guys did enjoy the video, if you did, don't forget to leave a like on it. Tomorrow I've also got my video on the best marquee matchups investments. That should be coming out, as well as a 1 million coin squad builder. The best 1 million coin team on FIFA 17 is hopefully going to be out on Wednesday or Thursday. But yeah, hope you guys did enjoy the video. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care.